Hello and welcome to the Kettlebell Training Academy. I'm my name is Ajamu. We're going to do part 3 of your kettlebell lessons on how to learn how to master the kettlebell no matter what kettlebell workout you see out there. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to do a kettlebell swing. When I teach it to my students, what I do is I give a couple of variations on the swing. So there's really 2 different ways to do a swing. You can do it with what I call a short lever. And so a short lever really means the length of your arm. So the traditional swing, the traditional hardstyle swing is done with your arms extended. Okay, this is where the finishing position. A short lever swing, all that means is that some way I'm going to shorten the lever of my arm. So I may pull it up like so if I'm doing a high pull. I may have my elbow bent like so if I'm doing a bottoms up clean. Both of those are easier versions. It's easier to control the kettlebell because it's closer to you. Either way, the power in your swing is always going to come from your legs, from your hamstrings, from your glutes. No matter what, you're never ever lifting it. So part of the reason why I do the short lever one version is it's harder for you to put your shoulders into it earlier. So we're going to try that. So first what we're going to do is a 2-hand high pull so you get a feel for what it's like. Okay. So we're going to start facing the kettlebell. I'm going to stand to the side so you can see my posture and my hips, how they always are going to work. I'm going to take 2 hands. I'm going to put it on the kettlebell. So step 1, I'm going to stand up, okay? And I want to feel like a little rocking motion going. I just need to get the feel when the kettlebell is back between your legs. That is when your legs are going to bend, okay? And what I'm going to use the movement power in my butt to pull the kettlebell, to throw the kettlebell up, and I'm going to pull my hands close to my chest. Throw it, catch it. Throw it, catch it. So you know you're doing it right. If at the top of the movement, you can lift your fingers up. Okay? If you are holding on so tight that you can't, that means you may be lifting with the shoulders. See how I lift with my arms, how it slows down? The kettlebell always wants to move hard and fast. That's a simple version of what we call a 2-handed high pull. Okay? So from the front, I'm going to show that exact same exercise now with just 1 hand. So a 1-handed high pull. So when I do this, now the key thing you want to remember, anytime you're doing a swing with 1 hand, there's what we call a thumb roll at the bottom. So my thumb is always going to finish 45 degrees down in this way. Okay? At the top, you'll be the back of my hand wherever I am. At the bottom, 45 degrees on the front. Okay? I'm going to grab here, and I'm going to between the legs, hold it with the hips. Notice how I use the energy in my offhand to help swing the bell. And I got that 45 degrees at the bottom. 45 degrees at the bottom when I'm doing that bell. Chest should be tall. It's a hard style swing, so you're going to keep legs grounded, but your feet at the top of the movement, it would be okay to get a little bounce off of the ground, but your intention is to stay grounded and really push into the ground as you come up. If you push hard enough, it's going to feel like you move, but you're not coming up on your toes. You're never going to be up on your toes. You're going to push the hips and throw the weight. Okay? Push the hips and throw the weight. Push. Hips. Hips. Okay? That's the essential movement that goes into a swing. Okay? So the last style I'm going to show you guys is the traditional hardstyle swing, which is when the arms are extended. Nothing that I showed you from the hips is going to change. It's all going to be the same. I'm going to show you 2 hands facing this way, then I'll come to the side and do 1 hand. Just remember the posture of the hips is the exact same thing. I have 2 hands on the kettlebell. Hips come up. Hips. Again, test if you're lifting or lifting. Can you lift your fingers? How loose are your arms at the top? There's no lift. Okay? The key thing you want to pay attention to is the speed at which the bell is moving. If that bell is moving slow, it means it's being pulled by the arms, which is going to give you pain in the wrong places. You should feel this in your glutes, your hamstrings, maybe in your low back a little bit, but that will go away as you get stronger. the water should come from here, and your heart should be beating really fast, because this is the equivalent of doing plyometrics or sprinting or running or anything like that. So last time we're going to swim with one hand, with the thumb corner in the corner. Remember at the bottom we have that 45 degrees, and I'm going to use my offhand. And that's the basics of the swing. So just keep practicing those movements, and you'll be able to handle whatever kettlebell workout you see up there.